Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. In the last video, I spent some time putting down some nitrogen fixing ground covers underneath a few of my apple trees, and it's now been about 4 weeks, so it'd be a great time to check up on them and see how things are going. This is an effort to get some nitrogen fixers in particular, and also kind of a ground cover living mulch. And up here in the front, saw crimson clover. In the back, I have lupines. It's hard to tell what they are yet because they're still little. But those are some lupines hiding back there. This other one down here. Another big cluster. Clover. Just a couple of lupines. And some peas. Just a few days after I put in this ground cover, I actually came up here and I took all of my leftover vegetables when I planted the vegetable garden. Everything that was left I just kind of brought up here and put in the ground in an attempt to just kind of get the soil biology going, and it's better to have something growing than just have a bare patch of ground. Here's another example down here. I have a tomato right beside this cage. Down low in there there's a gourd. It's not super happy. And the taller plants in there are some garden huckleberry, which hopefully will grow up and self-seed and continue to live on here in this spot forever and ever. Well, as you can see, these are certainly not all the happiest looking plants in the entire world. A lot of these are planted almost into bare wood chips. There is definitely some soil down there, but it's very, very wood chip dominated, so I'm sure there's some nitrogen lockup, and it's really starving these plants a little bit. But again, I'm not really expecting any harvest out of these, so it's not really a big loss either way. I just took a dig through this little pile of lumber here. This is stuff that's all too small for the sawmill and would just be firewood anyways. And it's what I always use for these bed edges. And I decided to kind of start laying this out, define some paths where the beds are going to be, so I can kind of get a feel for what spaces I have to start filling in first. I think that's going to work out pretty well. And as we talk about these borders, this actually brings up something that's kind of exciting. This is basically my fire road, even though it's all nice and grassy. And where that little cage is, everything over here is technically orchard space, and I just have to leave this path open for the truck. So I still have a considerable amount of space to expand into as soon as I'm satisfied with this little section right here. Alright, well thanks for joining today. Make sure you check back next time. I do have a lot more stuff coming in here. I've got some onions and squashes and things I've already planted, some asparagus. So, hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Phyllis, what are you doing? It's my asparagus patch. What you doing in there?